Kane's never going to be up for the Humanitarian of the Year award, JR. But I think that's exactly what makes him such a great superstar. He'll stop at nothing to get what he wants. And that makes for some great competition.
That might be true, King, but Kane also takes a perverse pleasure in inflicting as much pain as possible on anyone who steps in the ring with him. How can having a superstar who tries to end the careers of his opponents be anything but bad for the business?
Simple, JR. Kane is natural selection in action.
No! No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision. I think it's pretty obvious which...
And there's the elimination!
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match. He doesn't look too happy about it, but an elimination is an elimination. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what... Wow! He wasn't too gentle about throwing him out. His opponent telegraphed that one.
And it's been reversed. Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit losers, make sure you give me some warning. Try to get the hell out of here before you do it. I don't want to be any part of what that's going to get. Excellent counter. What ring presence.
He reversed it. What a counter.
My name is Finley, and I love to fight.
You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married. And then it's too late. I think it's funny that he calls himself Kid Cash, JR, because I don't think he's worth a dime.
Well, that's your view, King. The Kid Cash is money in the bank from where I see it. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning.
Nice try, Skinny.
Well, I think he's going to have to hit the gym some more before he pulls that off.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
This has been a hotly anticipated contest. And as far as I'm concerned, it's living up to the hype.
No question about that, JR. The fans certainly seem to be into it, that's for sure.
And when it comes down to it, that's all that matters. I think this crowd, he sees his opportunity, and he's taking it.
Did you see that, JR? I don't think I've ever seen someone get up from a spear like that. Watch out! He reversed it!
He just got tossed out rather unceremoniously, in my opinion.
The way you say that, JR, it sounds like you're... Looks like his hopes of winning this one have been shattered, JR.
This match has come to an abrupt end for that superstar.
Oh my God! He's been eliminated from the match!
He countered that and made it look easy.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one. think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself. It's all the same to you, King.
It looks like they've slowed the match down a little. And I think that's some good strategy right there.
Ouch! Now there's a move that'll take the fight right out of you, JR.
Well, it's certainly not the most technical of moves, but I can't say that it's not effective.
There's the reversal.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Well, there's a big difference between seeing a monster in a movie and knowing that a real-life monster. That's one fewer superstar in this match.
Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect.
Yes! That was an incredible move! What strategy!
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheap, plain and simple. A textbook reversal there. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Oh no, this is classic old school wrestling at its finest. You, of all people, should be able to appreciate that, King.
Wait a minute, JR. You're not trying to say that I'm old, are you?
Of course not, King. Although there was that rumor when...
Oh no! This is terrible! You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum!
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than...
Over the top rope and down to the floor. That's an elimination.
He's not going to get caught with that one. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Is that? Yes, that's an elimination. You're not going to get him with that one. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
He countered that one perfectly. I'd ask you who you want to win this. What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words. So, King, any predictions about the outcome of this match?
No, no. Every time I make a guess as to who's going to win, I never hear the end of it from you.
Maybe that will happen. You got one right every now and then.
See, JR, this is exactly why Raw is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
You're absolutely right, King. We've got the best superstars, the best fans,
And the best announced team. Don't forget that.
I was going to say that until you interrupted me. Now I'm just hoping I haven't lost Taz's phone number.
Oh, boy. These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
Well, you know what they say, JR. Pride goes before a fall. And from the looks of things, John Cena's got a heck of a fall ahead of him.
There aren't many superstars as diversely talented as John Cena. He's as good in the ring as he is on the microphone, and that's saying something.
I won't argue with you about Cena's mic skills. He sure can't talk a good game. But when it comes right down to it, I don't think he can back it up. That's it. He's out of the ring, and that means he's out of the match, too. All's fair in love and war, JR. He isn't fooling around here, JR.
Not with that pedigree, he isn't. God, what a debilitating maneuver. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all. It looks like he's taking advantage of his dazed opponent.
He sure is, JR. There it is, the twist of fate. JR's not going to be happy about this one, folks. I think one of his favorites is going to get beat like the proverbial government mule.
I'm not playing favorites, King. I might have issues with certain superstars as human beings.
Oh my gosh, JR, he's going for it.
The RKO! The RKO!
You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific matchup.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. Speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Well, he might as well start walking back to the locker room. He's out of this match.
Jillian Hall would make such a great addition to Raw, JR. I think I'll whine her and dine her and try to get her to jump from SmackDown.
King, if you really wanted to join us on Monday night, I think the best thing you can do is not remind her that you'll be drooling over her every week. It's always a treat to see Jillian Hall perform. Here's a diva who doesn't know the meaning of the word good.
Yeah, or the meaning of the words, call me back when you get this. I must have left a dozen messages for her once I found out we'd be in the same arena tonight.
King, you're as crazy as a pet coon. Did you happen to notice that Cena held the WWE and United States titles? Seems to me like he's got no problem putting his money where his mouth is.
Boy, if there's ever been a better role model for our younger WWE fans than Booker T, I couldn't tell you.
He's going up. This could backfire.
I can't believe he countered that one.
Did you see that? Ring the damn bell. You can't let somebody get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the... Uh-oh. I think he's looking to finish off his opponent.
He sure is, King. And that scissors kick just might do it. Wow. He's a slippery devil. He's sizing up his opponent. This could be it.
There it is, JR. His patented scissors kick. Oh, he's big, all right, JR. He can't even go to the beach anymore because Greenpeace... Wow. Would you look at this, JR? He's choking the heck out of his opponent with that ring rope.
Well, folks, I know this isn't ballet, but this just isn't right. This could result in a serious, permanent injury. What a reversal. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match. Well, there's one less superstar in this match now. That went well. You saw that one coming. I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right it is. It comes with the price of admission. If one of these superstars starts to build momentum, it could be the beginning of the end of this match.
That's right, JR. You don't see a lot of matches one.
Oh, boy. Someone's going to be singing soprano after this one.
I think the medical staff had better get the ice packs ready right now. What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that this match has exceeded them all.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the people.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time. I've got to say, although I've always enjoyed his work, I never expected this one to achieve the level of all of this body weight is forcing his opponent's throat down onto the unforgiving steel cable of the ring rope.
He's chucking the fight right out of his opponent. This one could be over in a hurry.
Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their mind.
You sure can't, JR. And I don't think we'd have it any other way. Talk about adding insult to injury. Tossed out of the ring and the match. Look at these superstars, JR. They're completely exhausted. This can't go on much longer.
He's been removed from the ring and from contention in this match.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What do you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you? I think this crowd giving these superstars, he just doesn't have a great charisma.
Boy, he's crazy thinking he can pick him up like that.
He's got his opponent set for the ride of a lifetime.
There it is, JR! A huge power bomb! These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy...
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. But that's not the case now, is it? These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear. Surely he doesn't think he's capable.
He took a ride over the top rope, down to the floor, and out of this match. Oh, come on. What are you thinking?
That's what happens when your heart is bigger than your muscles.
Oh, come on, JR. John Cena's a thug. You know it. I know it. And all of these people know it. It makes me sick that he's allowed to be a WWE superstar.
I don't know how you can say that, King. Cena has dedicated himself to entertaining these fans. Frankly, I find him to have more character than many so-called respectable superstars.
There's a difference between entertaining the fans and I don't believe it! He's been eliminated! I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? That's it. The match is over for that particular superstar.
I think I know who's going to win this match, but I don't want to say it. I'm afraid I'll jinx it.
Come on, King. Don't tell me you're superstitious.
Of course not, JR. I'm not superstitious because I know that's unlucky.
Well, I think it's obvious to me that what Viscera really loves is a good all-you-can-eat buffet. Then again, so do a lot of these fans. So maybe it makes sense after all. Viscera calls himself the world's largest slot machine. But I find it hard to believe that the ladies would go for someone like him.
I know how you feel, King. I've often thought the same thing about you.
Boy, it's obvious these two up and over and out. Eliminated. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like. We're in the middle of a slobber knock. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog with a case of the liver tape.
All right, enough. I'm getting a translator before I have to come out here with you again. I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again.
Here comes this finishing maneuver, and like the man, this is going to be ugly.
Not half as ugly as the guy performing it, JR.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have been shed in that very ring.
And I think there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
No doubt about it. There he goes! He's out of the match! Look out! This hideous freak of nature is executing his finishing move.
Yeah, and he's executing his opponent at the same time. That's got to be all she wrote.
No one's sexy.
Yeah, and it's a good thing, too. We need a specially reinforced ring.
That might not be a bad idea, King, because once Big Vis gets going, there's no telling what kind of damage he'll do. I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. There's no off-season. It's not like you've got 6 months to recover after WrestleMania.
That's for damn sure. And that's why I don't think there can be any doubt in anyone's mind that the superstars of the WWE are the greatest athletes in the world.
I am so glad Chris Benoit isn't the World Heavyweight Champion anymore, JR. I couldn't stand it when Raw was being represented by someone like him.
Oh, yeah. What a tragedy it was to have a champion who was utterly devoted to the business and to the fans, and who always went out to that ring and gave 110%.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, and I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I heard that we gave them an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Folks, I've got to apologize for the King here tonight. He must have gotten up on the wrong side of somebody else's bed this morning.
Man, I don't think this superstar's going to be having any kids in the immediate future, JR.
I wouldn't think so, King. Not without a medical miracle.
Any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injury. The RKO! The RKO! We all know what's coming next.
I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's coming through loud and clear here tonight in this match. Oh, for the love of... Open your eyes, Red. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's going to do whatever it takes to win this one.
These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure aren't. And that...
You can't blame the superstars for looking under the ring for weapons. Anything you find under there can be a huge help. I think he's looking for a weapon, JR. That's a smart move.
I'll tell you what, King, the WWE superstars are about the greatest athletes you'll find in any sport, period.
What do you mean just about, JR? Can you actually think of anywhere else that you can see athletes of this caliber?
I was just going for a little humility there, King. I'm not surprised it was lost on you.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars...
Oh, man. You might as well call the match right now, JR.
My God! What uncanny power! And after that move, King, you might be right. Folks, if you're not a fan of this man, close your eyes right now.
There it is. His signature move, the Code of Silence.
Looks like things have quieted down here a bit, JR.
Well, you can be certain that won't last long, King.
That's for sure. I haven't seen the superstar yet who goes down without a fight. I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much. But I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
I think this one could go either way, JR.
It sure could. He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place. These superstars are so unpredictable, this match could go another 30 seconds or 30 minutes.
I hope it's the latter, King. It wouldn't hurt my feelings one bit if this match lasted the rest of the night.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight. Oh, man, that's going to change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better.
He's going in for the kill.
There it is! The pedigree!
I feel like the luckiest guy in the world, JR. I can't believe I actually get paid to do this job.
Well, don't let Mr. McMahon hear you say that, King.
It looks like he might put his opponent away here.
There it is! The Code of Silence! Nobody does it better. I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure.
Oh, man, here it comes.
My God, the Samoan spike. That thumb jammed straight into the throat.
I wonder if SmackDown's going to have anything nearly this good next Friday.
I think we both know the answer to that one, King. How could they compete with a match like this?
There it is! The RKO! Man, it's as fast as it is deadly. Uh-oh. Looks like he's got a song he wants to play for his opponent. Oh, boy. You might want to close your eyes, JR. This one could get ugly.
You're damn right it could. It could get bowling shoe ugly. And that's what this business is all about. It's not ballet, you know.
You think these fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, JR?
If they haven't yet, I'm sure they're going to by the end of this match.
Well, I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. Let me tell you, JR, you won't see action like this anywhere except on Raw.
That's for sure, King. There's not another brand of sports entertainment out there that can compare with Raw.
Now, if only we could get that through Michael Cole and Taz's heads, then they'd stop running their mouths on SmackDown. These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks. I think I see where this one's going, JR. I don't think we're very far.
Oh, no! Everybody in this arena knows what's coming next!
Now remember, kids, whatever you do, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. Even these trained professionals wind up pretty badly banged up after a match. You've got to ask yourself, how much punishment will these superstars be able to withstand tonight?
I don't know, JR, but I think they're pretty intent on finding out.
They certainly are. I don't know how. Would you look at that? A blatantly illegal maneuver. That should be a disqualification.
You might be right, JR, but I don't hear the ring bell. This match is still going. I'd hate to be that referee, JR. Can you imagine having to tell one of these superstars no?